Honorable House approves a sum of 1,734,758,575 Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker, for the services of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for the year ending 31st December 2024. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I rise to second the motion, and with your permission, I present the committee's report. The committee has critically examined the annual budget estimates of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources in the light of their planned crucial activities for the 2024 financial year. The committee takes note of the insufficient allocation made to the ministry and its agencies and urges the Ministry of Finance to make additional funds available to the ministry to execute critical programs such as 2024 Green Ghana Day, as well as increase the allocation to the Ghana Boundary Commission to execute its mandate. In this regard, the committee therefore recommends to the House to adopt this report and approve the sum of 1,734,758,575 Ghana cedis.
Thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion and to support the ranking member in indicating that the amount of money allocated for the Ministry of Lands and Forestry is inadequate, and for government to do more to support that ministry. Mr. Speaker, land administration and access to land is a good measure of attraction of investment to any country. The speed with which investors can acquire land is a significant measure of how much foreign direct investment we can get as a country. And normally investors get frustrated. Thanks to the revised land administration law, we should see a better improvement in the speed with which persons can have title to their land, save those matters which end up in the tortuous decisions of our court. But Mr. Speaker, may I refer you to page 17 of your committee's report, paragraph 11.5, emphasis my capping of IGF retention. And Mr. Speaker, it reads, officials of the Commission raised a serious concern about the effect of the implementation of the capping policy on the operations of the Commission. Now, are we aware of a capping policy, or we are aware of Ministry of Finance giving them a certain percentage of IGF for purpose of retention? If you are under the Capping Act, then Parliament itself can take a second view of it. I know that NHIA has been capped. I know that GET Fund have been capped. But with Lands Commission, are you really in this report talking about capping, or you are asking for additional allocation of your IGF, maybe from 33% to 70%? I won't conceive that as being the same thing as capping. Even if you are capping, then be specific, that you are specific to IGF. It's different than when the minister gets 8 billion and decides to give GET Fund 4 billion and not the 8 billion in the name of capping.
So I rise to speak in support of the motion moved. Just some few words. The Honourable Dafemeko's point on tendering the plants that we've planted under the Green Ghana project, I think is important. The plantation, the tendering of these plants is as important as the plantation. And so we can look at other places, models across the world. And we don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I know how passionate Minister is about this whole activity. But I must commend him though. If you are traveling around Accra, there are many, many places that you see new seedlings being planted. And for these places, I'm told the tendering is something that we can be proud of. So we can replicate in other places. So we got the promotion of other minerals. And the committee's report is captured succinctly, page 19, that actions are underway at the Bomfa block in Asante region, and also some effective partnership between government and the private entity to develop the Daboya salt area form of a drilling. I think this is very important. One can talk about the value chain and the job openings that may come out to the youth and the youth of our country. I will urge the minister to press the necessary button for this to see the light of day. Speaker, let me conclude on page 16. On the payment to beneficiaries of the youth in afforestation. It's pathetic. Speaker, it's pathetic. And yesterday, I'm proud of what Parliament did, where we had to advise the Minister of Education to go back and, in conjunction with the Minister of Finance, to do some realignment. Speaker, we can't just gloss over this. Payment to these youth is outstanding, 17 months. Speaker, if you permit me, I will read portions of the report, page 16. Officials of the Forestry Commission informed the committee that the Youth in Afforestation program continued to face funding challenges. And it goes ahead to say that for this reason, the officials disclosed that payment to beneficiaries of the program was currently in arrears of 17 months. This is totally unacceptable.
17 months.
17 months.
And they are still working.
Yes. Besides the point, the amount released towards 2024 can only cater for 4 months. It's captured by the report. We should, yes, we will approve this amount, we will approve it. But, the Minister of Finance must be made to do something about this. We can allow our youth to stay in the house for 17 months without payment. This is totally unacceptable. And Speaker, and in line with what we did with the Ministry of Education, some communication should go out to the Ministry of Finance. They have to reach out to the Minister responsible for lands and forestry and make some release. ASAP definitely has to be done because the 17 months is non-negotiable. Something has to be done about it.
To that particular aspect. I mean, our young guys working the forest, planting trees, and for 17 months receiving nothing. Please, let's do something about it. On that note, the question is, as many as are in favor of the motion listed 19 in today's order paper, say aye. All those against say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The motion listed 19 in today's order paper is hereby adopted. And that this Honourable House approves the sum of 1,734,758,575 Ghana cedis for the services of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for the year ending 31st December 2024.